Philippine International College, Vision and Calling. PIC is God's College, Christ Central Place of Learning in Antipolo City, Philippines. God has given a vision and calling to PIC to educate global Christian leaders to change the world through the power of the Holy Spirit. For this calling, as a servant of this college, I will do my best today for God's glory. Genesis, Exodus, Leviticus, Numbers, Deuteronomy, Joshua, Judges, Ruth, 1st, 2nd Samuel, 1st, 2nd Kings, and 1st, 2nd Chronicles, Ezra, Nehemiah, Esther, Job, Psalm, Proverbs, Ecclesia, Song, Isaiah, Jeremiah, Lamenta, Ezekiel, Daniel, Hosea, Joel, Amo, Obadiah, Jonah, Micah, Nahum, Habakkuk, Zephaniah, Isaiah, Zechariah, Malachi, 39, Old Testament. Are you ready to survey the Old Testament? Yes. 5, 12, 5, 5, 12. 77 hand motions of walk through the Old Testament. Creation, 4. Flood, nations, 4,000 years. Ur, Persian Gulf, Salt, Sarah, Abraham, Lot, Terah. Tigris, Euphrates, Haran, Paradise. Sea of Galilee, Jordan River, Dead Sea, Mediterranean. Israel, Ishmael, Isaac, Esau, Jacob, Joseph, Egypt, Jews, Egypt. 400 years bondage. Moses, let my people go. No. 10 plagues. Passover, Red Sea, Mount Sinai, law, tabernacle, Levites and priests, offerings and feasts. Counting the phases, Kadesh and Oasis, 12 spies, wonders, dies, Moab, Moses, second law, dies. Joshua, Jordan, Jericho, divide, conquer, south, north, divide, settle. 12 tribes, judges, 400 years, Deborah, Gideon, Samson. Everyone did what was right in their own eyes except Ruth and Samuel. United Kingdom, 120 years, Saul, no heart, David, 4 heart, Solomon, half a heart. Divided kingdom, 400 years, North, South, Israel, Judah. 1920, 08, prophet speak. Shape up, ship out. Assyria, Israel scatter, Babylonia, Judah exile. After 70 years, Persia, Judah return. Zerubbabel, temple, Esther, queen, Ezra, people, Nehemiah, words. 400 years, silent Christ. The structure of the Old Testament. You see here, how many historical section? 17. Pentateuch, Moses' law, 5, and historical books of Israel, 12, or in all 17. And poetical section is poetical books of poetry, 5. Yeah. And prophetical section, how many? 17. Major prophet, 5. Minor prophets, 12, or in all 17. So Old Testament, 39. New Testament, 29, 7, or in all 6 books of the Bible. So Old Testament, poetical books. Job, Psalms, Proverbs, Ecclesiastes, Song of Songs, Song of Solomon. So, poetical books or books of poetry. Or poetic books. Book, Job, Psalms, Proverbs, Ecclesiastes, Song of Solomon. Job, the theme, problem of suffering. And question, why do bad things happen to righteous people? Or why suffering? Psalms, prayer and worship, how to approach God through prayer, praise, how to worship, how to pray. The manual book for prayer and praise and worship. Proverbs, the problem of conduct, conduct. How shall I live a life as a Christian? Ecclesiastes, problem of meaning of life. Why am I here? Vanity, 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 all is vanity. Nothingness, nothingness. In other words, walang halaga. Ang lahat ng bagay ay walang halaga kung walang Diyos sa aming buhay. A Song of Solomon, love. How shall I love? How shall I love? Especially love in marriage, commitment. Job, Psalm, Proverbs, Ecclesiastes, Song of Songs, poetic books. Poetical books, unlike the Pentateuch or historical books, do not advance the story of nation Israel. Rather, they record the inner thoughts of men as they deal with the personal, experiential issues of their day of life. Poetical books deal with life in the present tense and seek to answer time questions. What is God like? How can I relate to Him? What does He expect of me? Therefore, they differ in both content and style from the historical books. They are poetry rather than prose or parallel thought rather than narrative. Poetical books occur at the very center of the Old Testament literature and form the pivotal hinge sa gitna, hinge, joint, which links the past of the historical books to the future of the prophetical books sa gitna. At the center, Old Testament, Pentateuch and historical, and then poetical books, and then major and minor prophets. Okay. So they explore the experimental, present, and urge us to lifestyle of godliness. This lifestyle is dependent on what God has in the past. Pentateuch, historical books, and on what God plans to do in the future, poetical books. Because we are to live in the present while looking back God's work in the past and anticipating His plan for the future. So Messiah, na prophetical, to come. So poetical books, Psalm, Proverbs, Ecclesiastes, Song of Songs. The book of Job, it stands at the head of the poetical books. The underlying issue in the book of Job is the sovereignty of God. Concept that is probed by the searching questions. Why do the righteous suffer? In chapters 38-41, unmistakably points out that he has the right to do as he pleases, both in his creation and among his creatures. Why does God allow suffering? There is God's will behind trials, and we will gain the faith to overcome hardships in the life. God gave Job twice as much at the end of his life. Second, the book of Psalms. It was the temple hymnal for the people of Israel. Through different types of psalms, we can learn how to worship the Lord in prayer, praise, thanksgiving. All the many psalms were written by David. The book of Psalms spans entire Old Testament, dating all the way from Moses Psalm 90, the post-exile period of Israel's history. So what is psalm? It is shelter, originally referred to praise, with string instruments such as harp, lyre, and lute. Psalter serves as a book of prayer, praise, and religious instruction for use in the temple and synagogues. Number 3, the book of Proverbs. The goal of Proverbs is to provide the reader with wisdom and instruction. Wisdom to the Jews means skillful living. Wow. We are urged to acquire a craftsman skill for living life with our sovereign God. Instruction within Proverbs is discipline in life. All the discipline brings to mind destruction. It helps to live what God intends us to live. We can attain wisdom when we grasp the sovereignty of God in Job and worship Him in Psalms. The fear of the Lord is beginning of wisdom. Number 4, the book of Ecclesiastes. Regardless how much wisdom we gain in this life, there will always be circumstances beyond our control. These situations are addressed, book of Ecclesiastes, under heading of vanity, vanity, all is vanity. Walang halaga, ang lahat ay, ang lahat ng bagay walang halaga. Vanity refers to those things in life which we simply cannot understand. In the face of that, Ecclesiastes encourages us to enjoy life and fear God and keep His commandment. That's why vanity, vanity. Yeah. Solomon experienced all things. Yeah. So, as a king, and also wealthy, also many wives, you see, as a man. But at the end of his life, vanity. He experienced everything. Therefore, let us have reverence for God, obey His commands, because this is all that we were created for. Okay. So number 5, the book of Song of Solomon, Song of Solomon. One way we are exhorted to enjoy life is within the marriage relationship, portrayed in the Song of Solomon. God's Old Testament marriage manual portrays in detail intimate romantic relationship between man and woman, committed to one another in marriage. Commitment, So marriage, commitment. Yeah. So, keywords of the poetical books. Yeah. Job, sovereignty of God. And the themes. Themes of Pentateuch. Wrong. Poetical books. Yeah. Change. Themes, poetical books. Okay. So Job, number 1, suffering, and 8, he is patient. Psalm, worship. So 3, temple hymn book, and 5, Lord is my shepherd. Proverbs, wisdom. 7, skillful living. 10, book of wisdom. Ecclesiastes, vanity. 2, eat, drink, be merry. So enjoy your life, but not apart from God. And then 6, vanity, vanity. Everything is vanity apart from God. So keep His commandment. And have reverence for God. Song of Solomon, love. Love for God's marriage manual. And then 9, wedding. Yeah. Okay. Can you try? Job. Job. Sovereignty of God. Yeah. And then Job. Number 1, suffering. And then he is patient. Job. Psalm. What's the psalm? Worship. Worship, temple hymn book. And then, Lord is my shepherd. Remember? David's song. Proverbs, what? Wisdom. Proverbs, wisdom. So, for living. And then, Book of Wisdom, Ecclesiastes. What word can you remember? Vanity, nothingness, walang halaga. Yan. So, just enjoy, yeah. But in the Lord, eat, drink, be merry. And then, what? Vanity, vanity. Walang halaga. Ang lahat ng bagay walang halaga without God in our lives. Song of Solomon, love. Yeah, love. So, God's marriage manual, yeah, commitment. And then 9, wedding, yeah, also in commitment. Okay. So walk through the poetical books. Okay. So from here, Job, sovereignty of God, sing, and Psalm, Proverbs, and then Ecclesiastes, and then I think this will be assignment. Make paragraph with explanation. Yeah. This one is how to make devotional quiet time with God. Devotional lesson plan. So you read this one and make application in your life and then pray. Simple. You can like this style. You can make morning devotion and prayer. Quiet time. Morning devotion. Evening devotion prayer with your family this time. Okay. So, assignment for next week, I'll give it to you later on. So, thank you. Bye. Shalom. God bless you.